everyone, welcome back to The 3 Show. I'm your host, Brittany Hart. NA3HL action continues with the slew of games on the schedule for this upcoming weekend, with games occurring in the Central, East, Frontier, and West. Before we hop into the exciting matchups ahead, let's take a look back at last weekend. The boys are buzzing in Binghamton as they won their first 2 games in franchise history with a sweep over the Long Beach Sharks. 8 players were able to register a point for the Buzz on the weekend, including East Division Star of the Week and Jason DiMatteo, who scored both game-winning goals and tallied 1 assist, while netminder Chase Eber stood tall between the pipes, making 55 saves on 58 shots. Meanwhile, in the Frontier, the Butte Irish swept the Gillette Wild, including a thriller overtime game on Saturday night. Second-year player Andrew Brow racked up 9 points on the weekend, including a hat trick on Saturday, earning himself Star of the Week honors. The Helena Bighorns, to no surprise, picked up right where they left off after last season, sweeping the Yellowstone Quake, and are excited for their home opener this weekend, as they'll raise the Fraser Cup Championship banner at Steed Arena. As we look forward to Week 2, 11 teams will take the ice on Friday for their first game of the season, followed by 6 teams starting their season on Saturday. Some matchups to note include the Rochester Grizzlies' first game back in the Central Division, as they will take on the reigning division champions in the West Bend Power. With the Power coming off a trip to the Fraser Cup and the Grizzlies advancing 14 players from last year's roster, this series will be one to watch and might even be a newly formed rivalry in the Central. Looking at the West Division, both Jeff Krause and DJ Vold discussed their fierce rivalry with one another during their 3-view episodes. Both teams and fan bases know this series is one to be circled on the calendar, and no tensions will be running high to start the season. Last year, both teams won 4 games apiece, and odds are these games will continue to be nail-biters against one another. With the Helena Bighorns and Butte Irish facing off, Frontier fans are in for a jam-packed series with tons of action. Despite Helena dominating the series with the Irish last season, the Irish are showing major signs of improvement with last weekend's sweep over the Gillette Wild, who reached last year's Fraser Cup as the wildcard team. Last but not least, the former 1st and 3rd seeds in the East Division playoffs will kick things off in Middletown as the Generals visit the Titans. Although the Gens won last season's series, a handful of games were close battles between one another, and the Titans are ready to seek revenge against their in-division rivals. You can catch all of these matchups and more on NATV, the exclusive streaming provider of the NA3HL. And be sure to follow along the live scores on our website. I'm your host, Brittany Hart, and we'll catch you next week.